You're welcome to another exciting episode of Gold. Are you ready to go for gold? If you're ready, we're ready. Let's go for gold.
Today on Gold.
It is not because people win that they're called champions. It is because they're champions that they must win. Meet our guest today on Gold. As a matter of fact, our champion is a real champion.
He is the CEO of New Reality, born in a rural area where there wasn't any accessibility to technology. He made up his mind to be the best in his domain. We don't want the world to be the way it is. We want it to be better, and technology can help us to do so. His trip to refugee camp in Kakuma in Kenya shows how powerful each and every one of us can be. Just like gold, Steve is happy telling the story of people and their resilience. Steve Pintos is our champion today on Gold.
Hi, my name's Steve Pinto. I own a company called New Reality, and you're watching Gold. I really respect all the things that the big companies in the world are doing. What Google and Facebook and Apple are doing for augmented and virtual reality, I think it's amazing. I think that finally people are starting to realize that this technology has legs, that it has the ability to change the world, and so many people are putting a huge amount of investment and time and resources behind it. And I'm really passionately loving how fast the world is moving and how much people have realized that there's still so much that needs to be done before we are embraced and emancipated as humanity. Every piece of technology that has shaped our world dramatically has happened in the last 20 years. And that's the one thing that I really respect about everyone who's involved in these industries. You know, we don't want the world to be the way it is, we want it to be better. And technology is empowering us to do so, to push past the levels what we thought was possible and create amazing technology that can empower the world and fix the problems that we have right now. So we just did a documentary for the United Nations in 360 in VR. We flew to Kenya and we went to a refugee camp called Kakuma. It houses about 180,000 refugees from South Sudan and from Somalia. And the stories that we were able to capture of people that were still able to prosper in their lives, they were still able to get education, they were still able to emancipate themselves. And even though they lost everything because of wars and because they had to flee from one country to another, they were still able to become great humans of the world. They just needed opportunities, they just needed resources, and they were able to achieve great things. We've profiled some great refugees that have been doing amazing things and don't even seem like refugees. I won't forget, there's a young lady, her name is Maya Luel. She's originally from South Sudan. She now lives in Kenya. She's still a refugee, but she just got a bursary to study at the University of Nairobi. She has a blog. She writes a lot of content for apps. She's so productive and so active in her community, and she's still a refugee. And we were able to tell that story. We're able to capture that story and share it with the world. We're going to show it later this month. And I think that's the greatest thing that we're able to pull off. The greatest thing we were able to do was to tell the story of people and their resilience. The first thing that you need to ask yourself is, what is that thing that will keep me up in the middle of the night? What is that thing that I'd rather be doing than sleeping? What is that thing that I'd rather be doing than eating? When you find what that thing is, whether it's art, whether it's business, whether it's construction, whether it's food and cooking, whatever it is, whatever that activity is that you do in your life, that you would rather do that than anything else, when you find what that is, pursue it and just put as much effort as you possibly can into it. You will find success. You will find personal growth. You will find the happiness that everyone in their lives search for. When you find that one thing, whatever it is that makes you truly happy, that's what you must be pursuing every day. My favorite quotes, so the first one is from Yoda, from Star Wars. Yoda says, "Do or do not. There is no try. You're either in or you're out. You either put 100% in or you put nothing. You have to be prepared to sacrifice and to put as much as humanly possible into everything that you do. Because when you do that consistently, day by day, there's no reason you'll fail." The second quote, I can never get this right. I always mess it up. It was made by a great educator, and I read it somewhere, and it's always stuck in the back of my mind. I don't fear death. I fear dying without making a significant impact on the world around me. And that's what I want written on my tombstone. I want to know that the day that I died, I made a significant impact on the world around me. And those are the two things that I live by every day. I think it motivates me, it pushes me, it keeps me alive, and it keeps me focused.
Watch out for the second part of the interview before the end of the show.
It is time to go on a short break on Gold. I promise you we will be back before you say Jack. A short break. It is good to be blessed, but it is better to be a blessing. And if you have much, give of your wealth. If you have little, give of your heart. That is Arabian proverb today on our Golden Heart. Let your heart be golden.
My name is Moira Gundu. I'm a mother of one, and I'm an education, information, and knowledge specialist based in South Africa, and you are watching Gold. With information and knowledge management, you are concerned with the whole nature in which information is produced, is stored, is disseminated to people, because we believe that information itself and knowledge itself is not useful if it is in a book, if it is in somebody's mind, which we call tacit knowledge. So that information has to be packaged in different ways. So we always train people to focus on the good things that have happened. And if you look at your day at the end of the day, you will find that there are so many good things that have happened compared to the negatives, but because we are human, we always focus on the negative. I always draw my inspiration from the Nike slogan, "Just do it." Obviously, you need drive, you need direction, but when you think of doing something, do not think twice about it. The moment you think twice about it, you are rationalizing, and the more you rationalize, all the negative things come up, all the fear comes up. So just do it. You also need that awareness of what you want. So you need that passion. So where your talent and your passion meet, that convergence, so that you know what you really want to go for. And of course, you need that drive. You need that push to go for gold.
It is time to go on the street now and talk to our believers. Are you ready?
Around this time last year, I was in a really bad place, and work wasn't treating me well, and my boss wasn't treating me well, and someone came out of the blue and they offered me a job, and it was a lot more than a job for me. It was much more, it kind of picked me up, it taught me to be a better person and showed me that people out there really are good, you know. So that's probably the greatest help someone's done for me. My dream is to live comfortably, live happily, and have people be happy around me. So I guess work hard, wake up every morning, take each day as it comes, and make sure that you live life to the fullest. That's kind of, I'd want to make people happy around me. That's what I want to do. My dad definitely inspires me the most. He's worked hard all his life, and yeah, that inspires me. That really does. Hard work, dedication, prayers, aim for gold, go for gold.
My favorite quote is, "If you lose yourself, you could lose it all." Well, I relate it to myself because I've been through a lot. Like, I can't go into detail, but I've been at a point where I've been depressed to an extent that I wanted to take my own life. I lost my mother. I've been through so many rape crises, but here I still am. The pain didn't change me that much, but it changed me not for the bad, but to be a better person and to be a better version of myself. Because you know what they say, you'll always have to be a new person for your next level in life.
Be inspired by this. Bill Gates by no means struggled as a child. In fact, he had quite the stable upper middle class upbringing with a renowned lawyer for a father. It was originally intended by the Gates parents that he follow in his father's footsteps and become a lawyer. At the age of 17, Gates had demonstrated the entrepreneurial spirit, forming a company with his childhood friend Paul Allen called Tref-O-Data. The fact that we don't know this company is evident that it clearly didn't work out. On the day of the big reveal, a supervisor from the country of Seattle's traffic department came to see it, and the device failed to work. For many, this may be one big door closing, a big failure. But as a result of this, Microsoft as we know it was reborn. In life, when one big door closes, another one will surely open. Let us be inspired by Bill Gates' story.
Without any iota of doubt, we know things are rough, but be strong, because the ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in the moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy. The message of the day: be strong. Great things take time, so you need to visualize, strategize, and be focused, just like our guest.
I was once in Germany, in Berlin, and I went into a Lego store. And this was about 7 or 8 years ago. And I went into a Lego store and I saw something that fundamentally changed everything for me. You could go into the Lego store and you could take a box off the shelf, and you could go to a corner of the store, and they had a screen and a camera, and you could take the box and you could put it in front of the camera, and you could see exactly what you were going to build in Lego, but in 3D. So I took off a box on the shelf, and I remember this, it was a ship, it was like a pirate ship. And I took the box and I put it in front of the camera, and I could see the 3D model on the screen of what I was going to build. And I could see all little characters running around, and I could see what this toy was going to be like, even though I hadn't even built it. It was just for me to see what it looked like. And that fundamentally changed everything in my mind, because I realized that technology was at the point where we could visually imagine anything and we could create it. And that's when I decided then and there that this was the technology that was going to change the world. Augmented reality was going to be immense. It radically changed everything we thought about. When I saw that, everything clicked in my mind, and I knew what the next 20 years of the world was going to look like. Success is a perception. If you feel that success is based on how much money is in your account, you're not going to succeed. If you think success is based on the awards that you receive, you're not going to succeed. Success has got to be something that you understand, something that you can measure. When you feel that you've succeeded, that's based on how you perceive it. You know, I don't believe that I've ever succeeded. I think that I've just gotten little steps towards it. If I ever stopped because I felt I succeeded, I think I would die. So I keep pushing every day to feel like I've succeeded, but I know that I haven't yet. And it continually pushes me forward to keep going every day, to keep succeeding. You know, success is what's in your mind. It's what you believe to be successful. When Google was being founded and started, Sergey Brin and Larry Page, the founders of Google, they went to 100 different companies, 100 different venture capital companies, looking for funding for Google. And 100 people told them no. 100 people said no. And one company said yes. And that one company built Google. And look at what Google is today. You have to keep pushing, no matter what happens, no matter how many times you hear no, no matter how many times you hear that it's a stupid idea or it's not going to happen. Learn from that and refine it. Go in tomorrow into the next meeting, learning from what you learned yesterday, and just keep going forward. You know, Johnny Walker, man, just keep moving forward. Just keep walking. That's the way to do it. It's your job to make people understand what you want to achieve. It's your job to make people understand what's possible. It's your job as an entrepreneur to inspire people and to make them understand what it is that you want to achieve in your life. You know, when you are able to communicate all the things that you need to make something happen, and you're able to make people believe in that, and you're able to deliver what you promise, you will succeed. I think the first thing that you need to have in your entrepreneurial journey is ethics. Know where the limits are, know where the lines are, know what's the right thing to do, know what's the wrong thing to do. Don't ever do the wrong thing, do the right thing. For me, going for gold means to persevere, to have strength, to pursue knowledge and information, and to always believe that you have the ability to succeed. So always go for gold.
This is to all my people with an empire state of mind. That means an unstoppable state of mind. And remember, nothing good comes easy. The tougher the battle, the sweeter the victory. Next week, we will be here with another champion. Make sure you don't miss a champion next week. Here are the feedbacks and reactions from our believers via our contact. Please, let's check it out.
Learn a lesson from the short drama.
Good morning, Lerato. How you doing? You look pretty, by the way.
You need to stop stalking me.
For real?
No, I'm not joking. You need to stop stalking me, for real. No jokes.
Are you serious about this?
Let me just fix this for you.
Thank you, by the way.
Look, the fact that we work together and, you know, sometimes I throw you a smile and I'm kind doesn't mean that we're in the same league, you know? We're not in the same class. You need to stop it.
Excuse me? Please, can you treat this?
Hello there. Have you eaten?
I'm meeting my girl at the lunch.
You what?
I'm meeting my girl at the lunch, Cindy.
Andy, look, that girl's too young for you, man. I mean, look at this mature, sexy woman. You could have all this for yourself. I mean, don't you want all this?
Hold it. I love my girl.
Another one who doesn't know his league. Hi, ma'am. How are you?
Good, thanks. And how are you?
I'm good. My name is Lerato. I heard that you're looking for someone to help around the house, and
Yes.
yes, ma'am. And I decided to come.
Yes, I am actually. As you can see, this house is very big. Most importantly, I have a very fussy husband. My husband loves cleanliness to the T.
No problem.
If it's white, it has to be white, no spots, nothing.
Ma'am, no issue. I will clean anything you require. I will do. No problem. I will clean. Don't worry. I will clean like you've never seen clean before.
Okay. Now tell me more about yourself. Do you have any references? Have you worked anywhere before? What have you done?
My name is Lerato, like I said. I'm looking for a job, and yes, I worked before.
Okay. Where?
I worked in corporate, ma'am.
Corporate. And then what brought you here? What happened?
Ma'am, I found out that there were indiscrepancies with my results and my education, ma'am, and yeah.
Oh, so all in all, you mean your qualifications were not real? Okay, okay. Now tell me more about yourself. Are you married? Any children? Family?
Yes, ma'am. I have 4 children. I'm not married. These men are not serious. Or maybe it's me that's not serious, ma'am.
4 children, 4 different fathers. How old are you?
I'm 39, ma'am.
39.
Hi there.
Good, and how are you? Baby, this is the lady that I told you that she's having an interview this afternoon for a domestic job. For
George?
George?
Mr. George, sir.
Do you guys know each other?
Remember I told you about the Lerato? I'm a former place of work.
Okay. And...
Babe?
Oh, Lerato. I'm sorry, my dear. I can't take you. I don't have a space for you.
Ma'am, anything you want. Anything. Anything. Anything.
Please leave that home.
I guess the moral of the story here is that being humble is the only way to go. Just because you know someone's current situation and you know that maybe it's bad and you are of a higher rank at that particular time does not give you the right to undermine them. Under no circumstance should another human being be humiliated or degraded just because of their current standing. We cannot tell the future. As for me, I'll be the most humble person on earth from now on. You do the same.
The world can be better without you. You completed me every now and again. I eventually find my missing ribs.
My love, I feel the same, you know? You complete me, honey.
That's beautiful.
Oh, my love. You know, I'm so happy. I love this ring. Thank you. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Wow, I'm happy you like it.
Oh, thanks, babe. Oh, it reminds me of our wedding day. Oh, it was the most beautiful day ever, hey? What?
Is that not a love?
Is that the one you were working with?
Yeah,
Oh, my goodness. Shame, man. She looks so ragged.
Trust me, we are not far from you. We are on Instagram. We are on Facebook. Just look for us. Write us. We will be glad to hear from you. I have been impressed with the urgency of doing. Knowing is not enough. We must apply. Being willing is not enough. We must do. What do you want to do? Pick a pen and write it down, because when you write things down, they are cathartic. On your map, set. Are you ready to go for gold? We will see you this week. Goodbye.